Hey y'all, today we are going to be planting some tomato seeds. I do want to attempt to grow them indoors, and then, by springtime, we can hopefully transfer them to the garden. And then we're also going to be planting or starting hot pepper. This is cayenne, and then sweet bell peppers. Now, I've never grown these crops before because I am new to gardening. This will be my first time, and I thought it would be fun to, I guess, challenge myself to see if I can start them from seeds and then continue caring for them until full maturity. So that's what we're going to be doing. I am going to be putting them in solo red cups. And don't worry, y'all, I will be reusing those cups. They will not be discarded when I transplant the seedlings to their final home. So, yeah, I'm going to be reusing those, hopefully for years to come. But these are the cups that we're going to be starting them in. And as far as the soil is concerned, I'm going to link the company that I used to purchase my soil. It's from this company. It's called Happy Frogs. So I'll link their information in the description. But I did prep my soil. All I did was pre-moist it with some water. All I have to do is add the soil and my seeds, and then we'll be good to go. I'm trying to get a head start on the growing season. So I have 4 solo cups for the tomatoes, and I'm gonna be planting a variety in 2 cups. Okay. So we'll have a variety in 2 of the cups and in the other variety in the other 2 cups. And we'll do the same for the peppers. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And then for the tomatoes, you only need about 1 inch of soil. And then as the plant grow, then you can continue to fill your pot with soil. That way you don't have to repot them in a sense. And then for the peppers, we're gonna add, I would say, about half cup or maybe close to the top of soil. So let's go ahead and do that now. Whoops, this is gonna fall. Now for all of the crops, the peppers and the tomatoes, we are gonna be adding them on top of a heating mat just to increase germination. And once they germinate, we can remove them from the heating mat. After I plant the seeds, I'm gonna add a little bit of perlite on top of the soil and then just soak it up a little bit. So let me know in the comments below, what are you guys growing for spring? Okay, I am gonna need more soil for the other cup. All right, so I went ahead and got a little bit more soil to fill our last cup. Y'all, I want to know, like, I'm going to be getting into hydroponics soon because I'm tired of buying soil, and soil is pretty expensive. So I am going to be learning how to grow things in water, like how to grow vegetables in water as well, because all this soil is just getting to be too much. Okay, so we can start with the tomatoes first. I'm going to add 2 holes. It has to be 1/2 inches apart. That's how it looks. So the beef tomatoes. And by the way, I'll be linking the seed company's information in the description. Okay, these are tiny. All right, so this is how the seeds look. This is for the beef steak tomatoes, the giant tomatoes. I'm going to be using a pencil to transfer them into the container, the cup. I'll just lightly wet the tip of the pencil so I can pick up the seed. And then we're going to plant one in each hole. All right, so the seeds are in there. I'm going to cover them up. All right, so now let's plant the cherry tomatoes. So the cherry tomatoes are about the same size. And again, wet the tip of my pencil to pick up the seeds. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and do the same for the peppers now. We're gonna do cayenne peppers. Wow, the cayenne pepper seeds are big. Well, not that big, but they are big. This is how the seeds look. All right, so this is for the cayenne peppers. And then last but not least, our sweet bell pepper. This is how the red bell peppers look. Putting the rest back in there. Perfect. And then we're just gonna cover that up. All right, so all of the seeds have been planted in the soil in each of the cups. What I'm going to do at this time, you know what? I need to label them. I am gonna add labels inside of the cups. So we'll do that towards the end of the video. What I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to be adding a little bit of perlite on top of each of the cups. So we'll add a little bit of perlite. You know, I researched that it's good for like seed germination. So we want to do all we can to increase our chances. Then I'm just gonna slightly moisten the perlite. I'll just spray on top of the soil just to slightly moisten it. I don't even know if I need more. Is this enough? No idea. Okay. Now for tomatoes, they don't need light to germinate, but as soon as they germinate, you need to put them under light as soon as possible. I am going to start them out under a grow light just because the rest of the, you know, that's where my heating mat is going to be, and the rest of the, like the peppers and stuff, they're also going to be under that grow light. So might as well just put everything under the grow light on the heating mat. But again, they don't need light to germinate, so you don't have to start them out that way. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put them on the heating mat. And yeah, when you first plant tomato seeds or the peppers, they don't really need anything as far as fertilizer because they're going to rely on the nutrients that are stored in the seed itself. So the focus is primarily going to be to keep the moisture level, and of course for the peppers, keep them under that grow light to encourage germination. But once the seedlings, once they develop their first set of true leaves, and I'm not talking about the, I think the technical term is cotyledons, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Not these leaves. Their first true set of leaves, that's when it's going to be time to start feeding them. You can use a diluted liquid fertilizer at half strength to avoid root shock. And you're going to be applying the fertilizer maybe every 10 to 14 days, and that goes for the tomatoes and the peppers. The care once they develop their first set of true leaves pretty much is the same when it comes to the feeding. So I will keep you all posted on this journey. Again, this is my first time growing tomatoes and peppers, so I'm hoping that we get that harvest that we're looking for. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and add those on a heating mat under the grow light. All right, so I have them sitting on a heating mat, and as you all can see, I did cover them with a Ziploc bag, and then I did set the heat mat to 79 degrees. So ideally, they like the soil to be, I think, between 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is set to 79 degrees, and it'll remain that way until there's germination. So once the seeds germinate, you can continue to leave them on the heat mat for just a couple more days, but then you want to turn off the heat mat and allow them to continue to grow. So I also added labels, and then yeah, you definitely want to be labeling them and adding the date that they were planted. And yeah, we'll see how we do with the cayenne peppers, sweet bell peppers, and the tomatoes. If you guys want to continue to follow my journey, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I am new and this is my first time. So yeah, if you guys are curious to find out how these do, continue to follow my journey. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. And again, subscribe. I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out my previous video, and I will see you all in the next one.